Simply taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, 280, 280.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, easy. You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he finds Cook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Check 43. Slam. Hey, easy.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Oh, yeah. You're good. I-4, ready. Check 20. Easy, opposite. Kill. Hey, switch gears. Hey, kill. Tonight.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Throwing now is Breeze. And Cook has it, left side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Easy. 45. Kill. 45.
Let's set it.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Here's Breeze to throw. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
Him down and not giving up the pick 6, because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. That burst good for 20 and a first down. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. There's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Keith Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bryant's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Kill. 5-9.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Throw left side complete. It's Cook. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
95-56. You're good. I'm full. Ready.
Let's go.
Hey, easy.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
Five.
Let's get that ball, man.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. will step aside. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. This is Murray. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He's checking. Crash.
On 2nd down, it's Murray. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Wait.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Check nickel. Check.
They run from the shotgun with Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
53. Hey, zoom.
59 Mike. Check. 59. All day.
Ready, check.
Freeze. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
You're 21. Over.
Hey. 49. Check 49.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check 50.
You're good. High 4, ready. Hey, easy.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Mike. That's track.
Hey, kill.
Now Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Baby, that's an exile.
Easy, opposite.
You got tight right there.
To throw is Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, and he'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. I'm coming. 22.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Ryan. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Breeze going to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Lennon. Here we go. Go.
45.
The final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go, Z, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Undercrush.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
From the 41, Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Check 59. Easy, opposite.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze steps away to his left. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Now Kamara. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd.
Left. Whoa. Hey, Haywood. 53, Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Breeze. Flushed out right. That's complete right around the 8. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Breeze now. Binds, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes. Down.
That's how we do it.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lutz puts this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now Ryan. It's caught outright by Graham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of...
Over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. The kick by Bryant is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
13. Hey, kill.
Now Breeze. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm here all day. Watch out. Mike, check. 59. 21. Hey, easy. Hey, box truck. Hey, easy.
Here we go.
Kill. Here we go.
I got you.
Check 59.
On third and long, it's Breeze. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They run with a fullback Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Ryan. Rolling to his right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one.
Check. 59.
Brees will try again on second down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 22 yards there, a first down. Brees now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on second down. Brees off to Thomas on the left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Hey, Charlie.
Shotgun now for Brees. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Ryan's throw caught by Jones. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Ryan will throw again. And it's complete. Hooper got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.